Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For that old school. That's for you, Melly Mel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Definitely got to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
This is episode 234.
234 coming at your door.
Yes, sir.
When you want some more.
When you want some more. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be doing another week. We didn't get to do an episode last week because I was doing a lot of personal stuff, so that was on me. I apologize, but I've been trying to keep up with the lyrical breakdowns and stuff like that, so go check those out. I did a lyrical breakdown earlier. Since it's Women's History Month, I did one on Remy Ma, one of my favorite verses from her. So yeah, let's give it some time. So that's on YouTube right now. Just got uploaded a couple hours ago, so y'all check that out.
The next lyrical breakdown I'm gonna do is in honor of Women's History Month. I'm gonna do Lil Nas X.
Gonna take my horse to the hotel. I'm gonna break that verse down. Give my man his flowers. Literally.
Pause.
Nah, we just joking, man. Don't come for us, we just joking.
We just clown, man. We just clown.
But anyway, man, so how was your week over the past couple of weeks?
It's been a week, man. Like I said, man, it was just some personal things that shouldn't have been said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't divulge that information, but outside of that, it's been pretty good. Me and my future brother-in-law, we went and saw Creed 3. So
okay.
I'll tell you about that.
That's what's up.
But yeah, it's been a pretty decent week.
That's good, man.
Outside of the bullshit, but
yeah. Well, I haven't seen Creed 3 yet, but I'm gonna go see it because I've been wanting to see it. And I usually stuff like that, I try to go on opening week, so they get the best ratings when you go the first week. But I've been dealing with a lot of personal stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of gonna be moving to a different location soon, so that kind of thing. But anyway.
The location of the warehouse, location of the hideout will be changing, y'all.
Yes, sir. Secret location.
The secret location.
It's going to be even more secret.
Secret location. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So anyway, man, but I had a good week too. You know what I mean? I no complaints, just working hard, trying to work some overtime with the job and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just doing my thing, man. So it's been a pretty good week for me. Just glad that, we back to do it again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So anyway, we don't want to hold y'all too long. So I want to jump in. We did lose somebody in the acting world that I want to mention within the past week. Actor Tom Sizemore. He was a good actor, man. One of the greatest out there for me. I've seen a lot of his work. He was in stuff like Saving Private Ryan. He was in one of my favorite movies, Heat, old gangster flick. He was in Natural Born Killers. And then one of my other favorites, he was in Enemy of the State. So, that dude was putting in some work. He got countless movies, man. I mean, if you look up the list of movies he's in, it's so long you lose count. You know what I mean? So that's how many movies he's been in. And, just want to give him a shout out and a rest in peace because dude was legendary. So, he's up there with De Niro and all of them. You know what I mean? And then we all lost a couple of people. You was telling me about the story about the whole Mexican cartel thing. Tell us more about that.
From what I understand, the knowledge I gathered from it was that they happened to be 4 African Americans.
Okay.
But they thought that these drug cartel people thought that they were Haitian.
Right.
To my understanding, that they were mistaken. They got picked up for mistaken identity.
Yeah.
Long story short, 2 of them died. 2 of them was 2 died, and 2 they're alive, but they had injuries.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
I think they were a little critical, but you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's as far as the information I know about it.
Okay. And so what were these people basically doing? Were they just on like a regular vacation type of situation?
I think for the most part, yeah. I think one of the ladies in the group she was trying to get surgery done.
Okay.
Like plastic surgery. Don't know why.
Right.
But yeah, she was trying to get that done, and
so she was probably hoping to find somewhere down in Mexico.
Yeah,
to get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
she probably trying to get snatched or something.
You know. And sometimes you can find stuff cheaper down there, so she might have been looking for more cost effective.
Well, see, that's the thing too. And that was probably it. Like it's just a damn shame that the American industry, they got saying stuff is just so damn hot that people got to go to like Mexico or Canada to get
to get stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So our thoughts and condolences out to the families of those, the two that we lost, and our thoughts with the other two who were there as well, because I'm sure they struggled as well. But so yeah, let's go ahead and give all of them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. Appreciate that. Just like to pay our respects. So let's kind of jump into the question of the day. De La Soul's been in the headlines here recently because we had De La Day, which was, what was the official date?
That was March 3rd,
2023. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. March 3rd.
Shout out to De La Soul and give them a hand clap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. I was kind of going back and listening to their interview on Sway.
Okay.
That happened about a week ago, and it was kind of good to hear Sway reminisce about some of the stuff. And they actually said Dave was kind of like a quiet dude.
Yeah.
So
he was, because if I was actually looking back at a lot of the interviews, and Positive News did a lot more talking in the interviews. You know what I mean? Dave would chime in every now and then, but mostly you heard Positive News, which is plug one, but they're not really in order. That's just how it kind of happened. But, I did notice that. I was like, yeah, he did more of the talking. Dave kind of just chilled, you know what I mean, a lot. You could tell he was kind of laid back in the cut. But, yeah, we had a question of the day concerning De La Soul. So what is your question of the day, sir?
What is your favorite De La Soul album and or song?
Okay. I'll give you both of those. For me, the first one, 3 Feet High and Rising, is my favorite album.
Yeah.
And then my favorite song is Plug Tuning. I don't know why, but that I can knock that beat right now and still rock to it. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 plug one, plug two. So yeah, that was my thing. That forever will be my favorite De La Soul joint. I can go back and listen to that. Matter of fact, I listened to it within the past week. You know what I mean? So yeah, those are my two favorite song and favorite album, and I'm gonna get me a copy of that now that it's available on streaming and everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw someone had I think I went to the Friendly Center and they had De La on vinyl. I'm like,
okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my little check. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my paycheck. I don't want y'all to think yeah, I knew this nigga how we were special and shit, nigga. Talking about his little check. Talking about it with the helmet and shit on it. Got a little check now. You can get his out. But yeah, I'm trying to get the De La joint. Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, they was like, let's get his little check. Get his little check.
but
yeah, it was I think it was 3 Feet High.
Was it that one? Okay, because that's the one I want. I don't have the funds to get it, but when my money get right, I'm gonna give me a copy of that joint, man, because that's my favorite right there.
See, I like the way you said that when your funds get right.
Yeah.
I said my little.
I want to say my
little check. My little check.
Now that you mentioned it, I'm like, I can't say.
My man.
As soon as the government send my check,
my little check. But my favorite. I don't know about the songs per se, because I think I'm not pretty much. I ain't gonna say like, oh, I'm not all the songs, but I don't. I mean, but they just the production on them and all that stuff. They just out of this world. But I had to say my favorite, because this is, I guess it's the album that resonated with me because of where I was at.
Wait a minute, let me see if I can guess this one. Are you about to say Stakes is High?
Fucking right.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
Nah, Stakes is High. Man, I'm telling you, Stakes is High is special.
Album. Hell yeah.
Stakes is High is special. It's not quite De La Soul is Dead. De La Soul is Dead was a really good concept.
Okay.
And I mean, I understand. I can understand why listening to it. I can understand why people said it was like, the source made it like a 5 micer because of, I think the concept, the beats, a lot of those beats, people still kind of used.
Right.
A lot of concepts, especially in the underground circles, especially in like the 2000s and stuff.
Yeah.
They were being used, but the Stakes is High album, that was actually the album. And actually, shout out to, I want to say, is it According to Hip Hop? Shout them out too, but I'm trying to think. The company, I think it's the company, man, did the analyst on this.
All Hip Hop, maybe?
No. That's the company, man. This is Justin Hunt.
Okay.
But I think he said that, which is weird, De La Soul, Stakes and High, and Nas's It Was Written.
Okay.
Those were the two albums that caused a split in hip hop, as far as not like they were fighting against each other, but a split as far as like, well, this album, because everything till like 95, for the most part, all hip hop was all hip hop. Yeah. All of it was getting played on the radio, give or take. You got some people on the East Coast that would play West Coast records.
Right.
Like I said, give or take, what I'm saying? But for the most part, all hip hop was, it was, everything was getting played.
Yeah.
But De La Soul actually kind of created the underground, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Stakes is High. And then the Nas, It Was Written, which is odd because you would think that would be kind of an underground thing, but that was mainstream at that time. Yeah, that was mainstream. Yeah. So, it's just interesting. But yeah, definitely Stakes is High. I mean that album I could listen to start from finish, and I think it resonated with me because I didn't know when I was younger. When they came out with Stakes is High, I remember the video of Maury Povich.
Yeah.
And on the Maury Povich show, I said, man, this Stakes is High.
Right.
So we're talking to De La Soul. Yeah, that was dope.
That was it right there, man. That's probably my second favorite. I had 3 Feet High and Rising when it first came out on cassette tape. And so, that was just, for me, that's why it resonated with me, because that was right when it came out, and I really kind of jumped on the bandwagon. I was like, yo, these dudes is dope. Even though they're not really like hardcore underground, they got this different thing going on, but I like it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was that's why that one resonated with me. But yeah, y'all let us know, man, in the comments, man, what y'all think. What's your favorite De La Soul album and song? Or it could be either one. You know what I mean? You ain't got to do both. But if you are old enough to know their songs, let us know how you feel, you know what I mean?
Or if you're, youngin', a new guy, just, because, I know y'all got stuff that different, resonate with y'all too. I know y'all probably resonate with the, the Gorillas and... Right. I think the Anonymous Nobody actually did pretty well. That one that came out, 2014? That's the one that got the crowdfunding.
Okay.
Yeah, that album got crowdfunded.
Yeah, man. They did really good on that, man, because they said that they were trying to get like 115,000 raised, but they wound up doing like, I think twice that much.
Yeah. It was that album going, I haven't listened to all of it, but that album is like a grown man's album as far as like growth and actually sitting back and listening to like things happening and
Okay. Okay.
like the struggles of being, manhood and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
you can hear that on that album.
That's what's up, man.
So that one's a good one to check
Shout out to De La Soul, man.
Yeah, I'm another.
Man, so glad to hear
another.
that. You know what I mean? And rest in peace to Dave, True Boy to Dove. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely will be missed. I hate that, he passed away so suddenly right when they were, working things out, to get the music on the streaming and all of that. So it's crazy timing, but still it happened, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm sure he knows it happened. So anyway, we can jump into some birthdays real quick.
Birthdays.
I got a few. So back at the end of February, Ja Rule had a birthday. He's a leap year birthday, February 29th. Also, rapper and producer Sam Snead is on the same day. He has worked with K Solo a lot back in the 90s and the Hit Squad. So he did a lot of production for them. On March 2nd, we had my man M.E.T.H.O.D.
Man, here I am, the Method Man.
Yep, and also on the same day, LP from Run the Jewels. So happy birthday to both of them.
The Stepfather Factory.
Yes, sir. Both of those are dope lyricists. On March 3rd, we had the legend Tone Loc. Happy birthday to him, as well as Lil Flip from out of Texas.
Flip.
On March 4th, we have my man Grand Poobah from Brand Nubian, you know what I mean? And his solo joint, you know what I mean? He's been a solo artist and a group artist. Also on the same day, Milkbone.
Keep it real.
Yes, sir. One of the first dope white artists out there. I was really feeling Milkbone. I think Eminem kind of drowned him out a little bit because he had potential. He was like a good lyricist. But I think that everybody started jumping on the Eminem bandwagon, and it was just like, all right, we'll get back to Milkbone later.
I think it's just, I hate to say it, because it's like in hip hop. Hip hop is kind of like the opposite of like Hollywood back in those days. Like, we won't let you whites in, but it can only be so many of them, or at least you know what I'm saying. At least have an idea. I kind of get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, if you the creator of the joint, you can't have everybody over, running the, running the sauce, ruining the sauce and stuff. So I get it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. For me personally, it was more so like if Milkbone would have kind of saturated the industry with more songs and more variety, I think we would have been able to keep up with him. But Eminem, for one, he had such a well-rounded personality. He was a dope lyricist.
The shock value.
At the time. He had skits on his albums. He had Dr. Dre producing them. He just had so much of a powerhouse behind him.
Yeah, he had the machine behind him.
Right.
Milkbone clearly didn't.
Milkbone was dope, but I don't think he had any kind of machine behind him. So if he had something more of a push, I think we'd have been, good with that. But there was a lot of white, acts around that time. Of course, Vanilla Ice, but, nobody cared because he was whack as far as lyrics.
Well, Vanilla Ice was, Milkbone was 94, 95?
Milkbone, I want to say, was 94, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice was gone at that time.
Yeah.
For the most part. He was, I guess he was still kind of in rotation because the 90s were different than, now. Like, his stuff's probably, Vanilla Ice probably stayed in rotation for a couple of years as opposed to now. Like, if he did the same shit now, like, it'd be like a week and then he gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, and I'm just saying, but, there was a lot of different white artists that were coming out. There was actually a group that I kind of liked called, they were calling themselves the Young Black Teenagers.
Oh, yeah, they dope.
Yeah,
they was dope.
But, you only heard, like, I think one album from them, and that was it. You know what I mean? And the dude that was in there, he played in House Party. He played Kid's college roommate in House Party 2 or 3. Was it 2? 2. Yeah, it was 2. Yeah. And, Kid was just looking at him like, you talk more black than I do. You know what I mean? Because he was a white dude, clearly, but you could tell he was, like, raised in the hood, around the brothers and, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. He was kind of like that, and Kid was just like, hey, I'm good. So yeah, that group was pretty dope. They had a song I remember called "Tap the Bottle."
Tap the bottle in, pass
Twist
the
the
cap.
cap.
Tap the bottle in, twist the cap.
Yeah.
Yo, that goes.
That was dope. So I was really hoping to see more from them, man.
Yeah, they was dope.
So I'm just saying, but Milkbone, you know, he had potential, but we just never got there. So anyway, so where was I? All right. On March 5th, we had a birthday for Papoose. Happy birthday to him.
Yeah.
March 6th, we had my man Shaquille O'Neal. I throw him in there because he's rapped. You know what I mean? He's had a few albums.
What's up, Doc?
Yes,
Can
sir.
we rock?
Yep. And
he
he had songs with Wu-Tang. I mean, he had songs with the Def Squad. I mean, he was doing his joint. Fushnikins. So yeah, and Tyler the Creator on the same day. Also Bubba Sparks and Beanie Siegel. All of them on March 6th.
Bubba and Beanie.
March 7th, happy birthday goes out to Chris Calico. That's my man from the Midwest. He raps a lot with Tech Nine. He's dope as hell. March 8th, my nephew Shaquan. I want to give a big birthday shout out to him. And then the rapper Apathy. He's also on March 8th as well. So that's today.
Right.
Then tomorrow, which is Biggie Day.
Yeah.
We got my man C Murder. Happy birthday to him. AZ. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Chingy,
Yep.
as well as Young Chris from the Young Gunners, the Young Guns, back in the Rockefeller days, you know what I mean? So happy birthday to all of them. Let's give everybody some claps, you know what I mean?
Can't stop, won't stop, Rockefeller, get down. Yeah, you know what? I like those guys, man. I hate whatever happened. I hate them.
Yeah, I mean they had pretty good talent, man.
They were pretty dope. I like them.
They had the right production, and I mean, you know, they had that song "Rock the Mic." You know, we got what it takes to rock the mic. You know what I mean? That joint with Beans on it, so that was dope. But yeah, I mean, I think because of Rockefeller split, I think that kind of put them in the win. And they,
but didn't
you know,
like I kind of overheard like Jay kind of had a falling out with them too.
Oh yeah, now that I didn't know about. I can see.
I mean, that's what
that's
just hearsay. I don't know if that's true. You know, I probably from like some blog or something like that. But I thought they had like a little falling out because I think they was actually getting a little bit more steam than he was or something to that.
I don't know. I mean, I could see that because I mean they was kind of blowing up, man. You know what I mean?
They had their little thing. You know.
Yeah, they were doing their thing. So, you know, shout out to the Young Guns. You know what I mean? But I think they were from Philly, so I think they might have been part of the whole state property.
Yeah.
You know, with Freeway and Beans and Petey Crack and all of them. So anyway, but yeah, so that's all the birthdays we have for the day. As far as music, I only got a couple things I want to mention real quick. So we got some new music coming from Lloyd Banks. He been talking about. He hasn't really given me a name, but he keeps saying new music coming. And he's playing like these little snippets of beats and stuff like that. So we always welcome new music from Lloyd Banks, especially after a few years ago when he said he was going to retire. We was all like, "Oh snap! Why are you going to retire?" You know what I mean? But he was, he was joking around with us, I guess, because he's dropped music since then. The group we told y'all about, RJ Payne, Ras Kass, and Havoc, they are about to release their music this year in 2023. So shout out to them.
Yeah, let me get them now.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's the name of that group, though?
It's called Gutter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's spelled Guttr, no E in there, just Guttr. So yeah, I'm really anticipating that, man. But they really have been kind of hush hush. They just keep saying new music is coming. They're not really giving titles. Just all we know is the name of the group. You know what I mean? That's it. Havoc, I think he's gonna be doing a lot of the production. But I think he's gonna be doing some rapping too.
I hope so, man. Yeah, come on, we got here some bars to have, man.
Yeah, man, we need that. You know what I mean? Especially now that Prodigy's going, man. We ain't gonna get no more Mobb Deep music. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But anyway, then the last thing, there's a new artist called Millie's. He's actually Jadakiss artist.
Okay.
He's dope as hell. As a white dude, actually. Speaking of the white dudes, man,
All right.
this dude is dope. You know what I mean? He's got a new album coming out called Blanco, which is Spanish for white.
Of course.
And then that's supposed to be released on April 7th. And he released a single like maybe about a month ago called Moonroof that actually features Jadakiss. So I wanna say I mentioned it on the podcast, but I can't remember. But I'm like 90% sure I mentioned that. It was a month or two ago. But yeah, so shout out to all of them for the new music. So we always welcome new music. If y'all know about any good music in the hip hop world that's coming out, let us know. Anything we might have overlooked. You know what I mean? Not like little Xanax and none of them motherfuckers. We don't need none of that. You know what I mean?
Xanax,
little pill popper, and little pill head.
pop.
You know what I mean? We don't need none of that. But anyway,